who is controlling recording hapa? Ala? Who is the host today? Ala? That's a disaster. Ama nayo recording inajicontrol leo. Okay, no worries. Let's continue. So we have 12,000. We have 12,000. 12,000. Sasa hii ni mwezi yenye tunaanza kujipanga. Tunaanza kujipanga for our future. For our future. What do we do with these 12,000? What do we do with these 12,000? With the mindset of an individual who don't know how to do the planning and the saving and investment, atasema kwanza, wacha nirudishie mwili pole. Wacha nirudishie mwili pole. Kwanza, that term should be out of your mouth from now. Kurudishia mwili pole. Hapo ndio unafanya wastage. Moso watu wenye ukunywa. This go to men. Ama siku hizi ya ladies wanakunywa pia. Men who drink. Anasema kurudishia mwili pole, anaenda kwa pub. Sasa si yako na 12k kwa mfuko. Apewe. Sasa yeye ndiye atalipa si yako na 12k. No, that should stop immediately. If you want to save your future, that should stop immediately. Now, what you do, you look for somewhere to save this money. By the way, you don't start investing before you save. And these things go, it's a process. You save and then invest. You cannot invest and save. You save, then invest. So you look for a place to save this money. Which is the best? Where should we save that money? Which is the best place to save that money? Or where do we start? Where should we start? What should we think when we have the extra 12 money? After the sacrifice, after kujifinya, tumepata ile. Tunaanza wapi? As you may think of a MMF. You may think of a good. This is upon Asante. You may think of a circle. You may think of the two. The two ndio naweza ku advise for now. Achana na government board hiyo inadai na watu mamilionea. Inadai na millions. So, you may think of either of these. The money market fund or circle. Hapa ndio. You build yourself from here. If we talk of MMF, for the requirement for the MMF, for you to have an MMF account, is a bank account. You need to have a bank account. An initial deposit of 5k and above. 5k and above. So the minimum is 5k and above. Have the account. You have 5k and you open that MMF account. Then you'll be depositing what you get every month in your MMF account. And you'll be earning monthly interest. The interest in the MMF is compounded monthly. So that means at the end of every month, you are earning something from there. MMF account. I advise you to look for maybe an insurance like CIC. They have a good product on MMF. ISEA, yeah, also ISEA is also it's also a good one with the MMF. I don't know the interest of ISEA, but for the MMF in the CIC, the interest is compounded monthly. The interest is compounded monthly. So unaona hapa, you can start with 12K. Remember, we are having 12,000. You can open your MMF account and you start depositing every month, and you're earning interest. Even if what we are calling what? You save. What about a SACCO? What about a SACCO? Requirement for a SACCO, maybe we can give an example of there's this accountant SACCO, professional SACCO. Do you know that professional SACCO? Nani anaweza tukumbusha? There is a professional SACCO yenye tuko nayo in Kenya. Professional SACCO for professionals, a SACCO for professionals. Kama venye kuna ile ya polisi, SACCO ya professionals. Kama ya polisi haiko na shida, pesa haitoki, sio? Sijui system nini, sijui nini. Kuna stima SACCO, kuna ingine kuna mwalimu na professional inaitwa mhasibu. Let's just use this example. Mhasibu. Nani amesikia hii mhasibu na imekaa kwa market? Mhasibu SACCO. Requirement for you to be a member is a registration fee. Registration. This is a time ilikuwa 1,000. This is a time ilikuwa 1,000. Then share capital. Need to have a share capital. The minimum you can have ni 10,000. And then you'll be contributing monthly contribution. Monthly contribution or deposit. Na si compulsory, by the way. Hii ndio inakufanya ukwe nini? Eligible kupata a loan. The other time it was 1,600, but now I think it's 3,200. It has gone to 3,200. It has gone to 3,200. So class, still, if I look at the SACCO, still with my 12,000, there's a way I can press myself and I'll be able even to be a member. Yeah, I try to be a member. So I try to be a member of this SACCO. The requirements still hapa unapata kwamba watarequire maybe hiyo part 1 whatever professional certificate or a degree. Just that. Those are the requirements. So with my 12,000, I can either have my MMF account or be a member of this SACCO. Do you know how much time, how many times does this SACCO give you? From your deposit, they give you 5x. They give you 5x. Whatever that you have deposited, including your share capital, they give you 5 times. Now, once you save for 5 years, that is when you think of investment. Kwa sababu utakuwa na nini? Utakuwa na pesa ya kuinvest. I want us to have a scenario whereby we are now member of this SACCO and we are saving. Every month we are depositing 3,200. Every month we are depositing 3,200 every month. So for an year, tutakuwa tumedeposit ngapi? For 1 year. For 1 year, want us to see in a period of 5 years how much we can raise to invest. 38,400. That is 1 year. What about 5 years? Remember, this is just a minimum deposit. Deposit it is 192,000. 192,000. That is 5 years, huh? So within a period of 5 years, after sacrificing, and remember sasa, mwezi wa kwanza ndio tu hii 12,000 imeweza kufanya nini? Imeweza kutuokolea. So mwezi wa pili, si utacontribute that 200. Ama unaweza increase kidogo ikuwe hata double ya hii. There are some money zenye zinabaki from 12. Every month kuna pesa iko hapo. So you'll be doing other things. you'll be doing other things. Si kumaanisha ati umesimama. Mwezi ya kwanza tu ndio ulihitaji at least a good amount to be able to do what? To become a member here. So by the end of the 5 years class, you'll be having 192,000. Assume that during the period of 5 years, you are adding, topping up to your capital account 5,000. Let's say maybe 5,000 every year. Share capital itakuwa ngapi? Total share capital at the end of the 5 years, umekuwa ukitop up every year, top of just 5,000 every year. So miaka tano hiyo ni 25,000, right? So 25 plus 10, that is 35,000. Good. Can you add here? Because they usually add. Hiyo ni pesa yako yote. Share capital na nini? Hiyo ni pesa yako. Who's the total contribution? Total contribution yako. Total contribution. I want to show you how you become a millionaire very fast. 227,000. 227,000. What they do, they multiply that. If you want now to get a loan for investment, they multiply whatever that you have deposited times 5. So 127,000 times 5, 127,000 times 5. No, 227. 227,000 times 5. Ni how much? Hii ni mingi sana. 11 million. Ni 1 million. 1135,000. 1135,000. 1135,000. Plus, as a financial analyst, as a financial management student, when you get this lump sum, this amount of money, is it not enough for you to do investment? Is it not enough for you to do investment? Is it not enough for you to do investment? And remember, hiyo ni 5 years, bado uko kazini. So unaendelea kuservice hiyo ni pole tu. Venye tu ulikuwa unafanya. So you start an investment. And for this investment class, we say that it is always good to do what? It is always good to have the analysis. Analyze that investment. Have several. Have investment A, investment in project B, investment in project C. Analyze them. And pick the best. That will give you more return. Pick the best. That will give you more return. At the end of the day, if you invest this money in the first 1 month, not 1 month, 1 year, you'll have started getting some returns. Sasa hapo ndio unaanza kupiga poverty kabisa, because through the returns, some of them you plow back in the business, in your project, and some of them you do what? You put them in loan. So utapata kwamba unalipa hii loan haraka sana. Utamalizia hii loan haraka sana. It is advisable once you get this loan, kuwa na plan. Always have a plan. Kuna watu upata loan and then wanachanganyikiwa, wanaanza kufanya vitu zingine tofauti. Ati unanunua gari. My friend, you cannot get a loan and then buy a motor vehicle. Yeah. There are some things that you cannot do with a borrowed loan. Huwezi nunua motor vehicle. Ati unanunua brand new na loan. Unless lorry, yes, unaweza nunua lorry ya biashara, lakini personal ya kukubeba, hapana. Hata heri ungefanya hii process yote. Personal. Personal unanunua wakati uko na kwako. Wakati sasa umenunua shamba, a piece of land, umejenga, yeah? Sasa hapo at least you can have a car. Lakini ati unanunua gari unapeleka kwa plot ya mtu. Bwana, mpaka ikosage parking. Hapana. That is not the mind of a financial management student. So Through that, after a period of 5 years, let's say 7 years, you'll now be a good person. You'll be a person who now can see that future is bright. Hapo ndio unasema the future is bright. But it is after a sacrifice of 5 years. Sacrifice of 5 years. Sacrifice of 5 years. So if you want to improve your life, kindly sacrifice for 5 years. 5 years. Sacrifice. Wachana na mambo na luxury. Tulia kwanza. Wachana na hiyo mambo ya kurudishia mwili pole. Wachana na hizo stuff. Wachana nazo kabisa. Wachana na hizo. Sacrifice for 5 years and now you'll be happy. Years after that you'll be happy. Hapo sasa unakuta kwamba your project ina employ watu, yani unakuwa employer. That is how you turn yourself from being employed to lakini sasa another secret, kindly do not resign ati juu umepata hii pesa. Kumbuka chenye inafanya uservice upate ini hiyo kazi yenye uko nayo. Sawa. Don't resign. Ipata don't resign. You continue being the employee. Sawa. Then once you develop your project vizuri, your investment ikiperform poa, sasa in later years, maybe after another 5 years, your project sasa iko very strong now, it's demanding, your input is needed there, almost 100%. That is when you tell your employer, sasa imefika mahali, wacha na mimi niende nikaangalie yangu. So you don't resign immediately. And that's the practical aspect of personal financial management. And through that, your future planning will be promised. So at any given point, you get a question surrounding the personal finance. Kindly try to think of how are you saving? How do you invest? How do you save? How do you invest? And how do you make sure that at the end of the day, you don't have stress because of old age? Don't have stress because of old age. Class, have you gained something? I want us to have some few literature as we look at the next contemporary issue topic. So I want us to look at a definition. Just have a definition, say that personal financial management involves the process of planning, organizing, directing and controlling the financial activities. It is the process of planning, organizing, directing and controlling the financial activities of an individual. It encompasses. So kitu yenye money market fund haikupatii loan. Money market haikupatii loan. Hapo unapata tu interest. So unapata kwamba it will take too long for you kupata pesa mingi. So hiyo ndio difference ya sacco na money market fund. So it encompasses managing one income, expenses, saving investment, and other financial resources to achieve. And other financial resources, you're trying to manage what you have to achieve personal financial goal. To achieve personal financial goal. To achieve personal financial goal and ensure financial stability. And ensure financial stability. And ensure financial stability. And ensure financial stability. Plus, we have three types of a person. I think we say that we have three types of a person. The first person is a risk taker. Types of a person. Types of a person. Types of a person. The first one is a risk taker. Risk taker. He saves and invests. He saves and invests. We only risk taker. We have the second one, who is the risk neutral. Risk neutral. Risk neutral always look at the better option. Always look at the better option. Always look at the better option. Then we have risk averse. Risk averse. Consume the whole amount. Sasa usijui kama consume the whole amount. Huyu hataki hiyo maneno yenu ati kusave. Kusave nini? Whole amount. The whole amount. Which person are you? Or which person do you aspire to be? Which person are you? Or which person do you aspire to be? A risk taker, risk neutral, ama risk averse. Which person are you? So we have factors affecting personal financing. Plus, can you give me these factors? Factors affecting personal finance. Plus, give me those factors. What are some of the factors zenye zita kulimit kuweza kujipanga? Factors zenye zinaweza kulimit kuweza kujipanga. Healthcare. Wakati mwingine umesave. Shida inatokelezea. Unakamata a portion of your saving. Imekurudisha nyuma some steps. Education. Sometimes education still is a factor that may affect your personal financing. Recurring expenditure. Yes, high cost of living. Yeah, high cost of living is also another factor. Sheila, thank you so much. Yes, high cost of living still. Unapata kwamba you expected vitu fulani ita cost hivi, ukienda unakuta kwa juu kiasi. High cost of living still. Bills zinakuwa juu sana. Bills zinakuwa juu sana. Kama siku hizi maji sijui bona na venye kulikuwa na mafuriko. Maji bei inaenda juu. I don't know why. We need to have some strategy as a country to collect water. There's a lot of water that go to waste. Sasa yenye inaenda pesa mingi, tunauziwa pesa mingi. Kwa nini? There's a lot of water that the government can collect. Lakini sasa kuna mambo zingine mingi zenye zinafanyika instead of that. I don't know why. I wish that one day we get those ministry. Ama mtu akifika hapo hata unachanganyikiwa. ujui ufanye nini, hapo inataka the grace of God. Ukifika pale, at least you'll be able to remember what is your role. And then we have non-recurring expenditure. So recurring expenditure ni vitu kama rent, vitu zenye every month, kila wakati unalipa rent. Now recurring expenditure, you also need to know how to so you need to know how. So how to solve those? How to solve some of those problems? How to solve them? You can solve them through coming up with a retirement plan. You need to have a retirement plan. Unayo tax planning, you can plan for your taxes, supplement your income. Supplement your income. Sorry, tupatia another one. Okay, yes, you can supplement your income. We say that salary will never take you. Salary haiwezi kupeleka mbali sana. Salary peke yake haiwezi kupeleka mbali sana. What you need is have an extra source of income. So family budget, siku hizi, it is always good as a family you be budgeting. Siku hizi sio yenye tulikuwa tunasema ati pesa ya bibi ni ya bibi na ya bwana ni ya wao wote. Hapana. Siku hizi ni kusaidiana, right? Table what you have, I table what I have, and then from there you get your portion ya kwenda kufanya vitu zako, then ingine tunafanya nini? Tunaibudgetia. Sawa. So saa hii, if you have that mindset, kindly scrap it off. Mindset ati pesa ya bibi ni ya bibi. Saa hii maisha yamechange. Na sisi nyinyi mnasema kwamba ati what man can do, a woman can do better. So sasa maisha imechange. So muna view in that angle. So let's view it in all areas. Sawa. So table what you have. Usiseme yote ni ya chama. Unajua pesa ati chama kwa mwezi kuna chama kadhaa. Hapana. That one hapana. Msaidiane. Saini kusaidiana. Mnaficha hapo. Tunajua mnaficha na hiyo chama. Niko na chama Saturday. So hapo ukiwa kama bwana unajua hapo ni pesa fulani imefichwa. So ni ya chama. So yani nyinyi hamna pesa, ni chama. So kindly table what you have, I table what I have. I give you a portion, we share a portion. Chukua hii 20k, hiyo fanya vitu zako. Lakini kuna portion umeacha hapa kwa table iweze kufanya mambo zingine. Sawa. So lazima let's help each other. Noma sana, eh? Yes. The reality of the matter. So family budgets, you should do family budget. That will really help. Mambo na tax planning tumesema. Then you can invest in assets that will reduce tax burden. Yeah, you can invest in assets that will reduce tax burden. You can as well apply for insurance policy. Insurance policy is, remember, it is exempt from taxation. Insurance policy is exempt from taxation. Insurance, hiyo medical, life insurance, ukiweka pesa huko, it's free from tax. Free from tax. So that is it. Then cost of credit, you find that example hapo kwa tax burden credit. Tax burden hapa kwa investment in asset that will reduce tax burden. Okay, there are those assets that once you buy, at least kuna vitu tu kidogo utakuwa ukitoa lakini itakureducia tax. If you have liquid money, it is easy to squander that money rather than having an asset itself. For example, assume uko na kisiagi. Kisiagi inataxiwa. Salome, I know you are from, is it from Western? Hapana, Salome usua Western. Kisiagi inataxiwa kweli? Wanakuja kutax kisiagi. Hiyo 5 bob hiyo 5 bob kidogo hiyo. Those are some of the assets that you can have that will reduce. Yani hiyo ni pesa yako umeweka pale na inakuletea income, but it is not taxed. No, kitu kama you just find some of the things that you do that are tax free. So cost of credit. So tumesema kwamba unaweza pata loan from bank, unaweza pata some loan from the borrowing from the SACCO. Then the period of repayment matter. The more you stay, the longer the period of repayment, the more you pay. Kama ile pesa ya Kenya, ile deni, ulisikia kwamba tumeongezwa nini? The repayment period. What happened to the interest? I think it double. So you'll pay more. So it is always good, it is advisable when you borrow, pay very fast. That is reducing the cost of what? The cost of credit. The cost of credit. And that's it, class. That's it. Hiyo topic haina maneno mingi. That is it. Hizo vitu zingine tutaziona as we revise the theory. Let's look at contemporary issues. Contemporary issue and emerging trend. Who was asking for the notes? Somebody was asking for the notes. Is that person in here? Ama ni wale wenye huwa wa attend class hata hajui kama ilikuwa shared. Somebody was asking for the notes, the contemporary issue notes. Hapa kwa contemporary issue you expect like 2 marks for the whole paper, 2 or 3. Kienda sana 5. Contemporary issues in the economy. Kuna wenye huwa attend class sasa hata waelewi mko wapi. Taelewi mko wapi. So class, when we talk of the contemporary issues in the economy, these are emerging trends, things which were not there and they have now come. Things which have been invented. Kitu kama cryptocurrency haikuwa, lakini sahi iko. Mambo na forex na nini hazikuwa, lakini sahi ziko. Ukiangalia vitu kama AI haikuwa. AI ilikuja lini? 2020 what? Hapa Kenya tulijua lini? Unajua zinakuja wakati mwingine from the developed countries, zinakuja mwanzo and then huku ni mwisho. Ilikuja lini AI? 2021 AI leads to the artificial intelligence. This is AI. I think it's around 2021, 2022. So imagine, you see that this refers to what is happening in the diverse environment. It refers to what is happening in the diverse environment. Contemporary issues, this refers to what, or it involves what is happening in the diverse environment. We're going to see several aspects of the same. And let's first of all know what derivative market means. Derivative market. It means that these are stocks, stock and security markets as a whole. Stock and security market. Security market as a whole. Stock and security market as a whole. derivative market, market, stock and security market as a whole. So we have several things that have come to be, and the first one is cryptocurrency. Hapa unajua tu cryptocurrency. This is a virtual currency. It is a virtual currency. Cryptocurrency is just a virtual currency. A virtual currency kama Bitcoin. So you say that it is a virtual currency which allows its participants to transact among themselves. It is a virtual currency. It is a virtual currency which allows its participants to transact among themselves. Which allow its participants to transact among themselves. I know you have come across some people who have who do accept the payment via what? Via Bitcoin. Payment via Bitcoin. Siku hizi hata watu wananunua vitu mingi kutumia Bitcoin. That virtual currency. So you say that it is a virtual currency which allows its participants to transact among themselves. Next point, under the same, it reduces the value of currency of a given state. It reduces the value of currency of a given state. By the way, it is the strongest. It is the strongest currency. And online, angalia value of the Bitcoin sahi. Value of the one Bitcoin, one hivi, ni millions of money. Millions of money. Value of one Bitcoin ni millions of Kenya shillings. Ndatu online uangalie. So you say that it reduces the value of a currency of a given state. And then another point is that it has got a very high risk. It has got a very high risk. It has got a very high risk. Then class, we look at blockchain technology. Blockchain technology. Blockchain technology class. This we say that it is a virtual ledger. Virtual ledger. It is a virtual ledger. So we see that a ledger, it is a ledger in the space. It is a ledger in the space which help in recording transactions. It is a ledger in the space which help in recording transactions. It is a ledger in the space which help in recording transactions of assets, liabilities, anywhere. Recording transaction of assets and liabilities anywhere. Anywhere. Liabilities anywhere. This is a virtual ledger. Anywhere. It's just a virtual ledger. Inapatikana kwa space kwa tu. It is a virtual QuickBooks. Unajua uko na QuickBooks, venye QuickBooks inatumika, hii ina work hivyo. It's virtually. You can do transaction anywhere. Then we have the last one class, which is cloud computing or funding. Cloud computing or funding. Cloud computing or funding. Cloud computing or funding. So for the cloud computing class, you see that it refers to using of the digital space in performing day-to-day activities. Using the digital space in performing day-to-day activities. Using the digital space in performing day-to-day activities. Using digital space in performing day-to-day activities. Using digital space in performing day-to-day activity. E.g., iTax portal. iTax. Hey, KRA portal. KRA portal. These are cloud computing. KRA portal. E-Citizen. E-Citizen. Unaweza fanya, mi naweza fungua E-Citizen hii side na nimalize what I'm doing. You can do the same from your end. At the same time, kila mtu anaitumia. Kila mtu anaitumia kwenye ako mwenye ako bila nini, bila stress. Then help portal, 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 help portal. Point of sale inawaki hivyo. And that is it. Kuna M-Pesa, RTGS, hizo zina to make they allow you to make payment. And that is it. Haina maneno mingi. And then there are some few notes zenye nilikuwa nimetuma pale. You can as well look at them, and as well look at them to see crowd computing, to see crowdfunding. You can have those notes. And then the last thing that we are going to look at is Islamic finance. Hapa tumesema you get several application. These are application questions. Hapa utapata application questions. Application questions. Maybe definition of the terms, those terms. Emerging trends. Zikikuja zingine tutaongeza. Islamic finance is the last topic. Islamic finance. Islamic finance. It is the last thing we are doing. It is the last thing there that we are doing. But this is guided by the culture and the model that they perceive and they believe. And they perceive and they believe. I know Fatima will be guiding us on several terms. We have several terms here which are very important, because sometimes the examiner will tell you to define. You define several terms. You define several terms here. So let's look at maybe definition. And so class, you say that Islamic finance, it is a financial system that is based on the principle of Islamic law. It is a financial system that is based. It is a financial system that is based on the principle of Islamic law. Islamic law mnaita namna gani? Sharia, right? Sharia does not have a H. Islamic law, and guided by Islamic economics. And guided by Islamic economics. Guided by Islamic economics. Because there are several main principles of Islamic finance. Principles of Islamic finance. Well, that guide them, principles of Islamic finance. Hizi ndizo huwa zina our guide. Whatever that they do, when they say interest is bad, you know, they don't take interest. Wealth must be generated from legitimate trade and asset-based investment. Wealth must be, or should be, or at least must be generated from legitimate trade and asset-based investment. From legitimate trade and asset-based investments. Wealth. No mambo na gambling. Investment should also have a social and an ethical benefit. Investment should also have a social and an ethical benefit to wider society. Ethical benefit to wider society. Wider society beyond pure return. Beyond pure return. Number 3, risk should be shared. Yeah, these are very good principle. Should be shared. Then number 4, all harmful activity, haram, should be avoided. All harmful activities, haram, should be avoided. Should be avoided. So, according to the Sharia or the Islamic law, there are some of the activity which are prohibited. They are regarded as what? They are regarded as, they are prohibited activity. Some of the activity that are prohibited by these Sharia. Some of the activity that are prohibited by, yes, they are haram. They are haram. They are haram. They are prohibited. They are prohibited. So some of them are like getting a riba. Number 1, riba. So activities, you just have a subheading, activities which are prohibited under Sharia. Activities which are prohibited. Which are prohibited. Activities which are prohibited under Sharia. So the first one, class, ni hiyo hali ya kunini, interest, riba. Riba is the interest. Riba. This is the interest. It is prohibited. Say that Islamic finance prohibits the charging or payment of interest. Islamic finance prohibits the payment, or charging of interest. So wao hii mambo na interest, sema hiyo kwamba ni haram. That's an activity which is not good. Wanasema hiyo ni kuexploit. That is exploiting the other person. Another thing is gharar. They prohibit activity which are gharar. See, I don't know. Gharar, this is uncertainty. Any activity that is not certain, they prohibit that. For example, gambling. You see, you're not certain. Gambling is an activity of probability. You may get, you may not get. So that gharar, that activity is prohibited by the Islamic finance. The Islamic finance prohibits transactions that involve excessive uncertainty or risk, such as speculative investment or the sale of items that are not the buyer's possession. This is okay. This is not more of gambling. They are talking of items which are not the owners. You're not sure whether those items are owners. Gambling comes in masil. That is now the gambling. The gambling. Yeah, gambling is now there. Masil. Don't know whether that is the pronunciation. Mtatusaidia pale. Masil. Islamic finance prohibit transaction that involve gambling. They prohibit. So examiner atakuletea hii. Naona hiyo jina yao hiyo. Akwambie uelezee hiyo inamaanisha nini. Utaletewa riba. elezea riba ni nini. Then we have haram. Tuko na haram na tuko na hiyo ingine harar. Inamaanisha nini? Those guys who can guide us here. Adoni harar. Kuna harar. Kuna Fatma. Inamaanisha nini? Kuna haram, prohibited. Haram ni prohibited. Na harar. Na nimeona kwa mahoteli. Legal kwa hoteli nimeona wameweka hii harar. Hoteli zingine kubwa harar. So allowed. It is harar legal. Legal. Yes. Halal is legal. So just know that. Ukipatana nazo, differentiate between haram and harar. Sasa utaletewa hizo. Hapa tuna expect like 5 marks. Islamic finance iende sana in 5 marks hapa. Definitions. So haram ni prohibited activities. Prohibited activities. Then we have excessive debt. They don't allow what? Excessive debt. That's should not be having excessive debt. True debt is where mashida zinatokelezea, conflict and such. Then investment in unethical or social harmful businesses. Investment in social harmful businesses. So our invest in those businesses. Come on, they don't sell pigs. They don't sell beer. But there is a section of, we have 2 types of Muslim. There is a section wenye kuna wale, I don't know, wale wenye wanaomba mara moja, kuna wenye wanaombaga asubuhi akikakaa wanaomba hivyo mpaka jioni hivyo, na kuna wale wa asubuhi wanaomba, wanasema maombi yote wanaomba asubuhi. Hao unakuta kwamba kufuatilia hii inakuwa ngumu kidogo. Fatima, kuna kama hao, si ndio? Si kuna kama hao wenye wa kuomba wanasema si tunaomba yote mara moja. Na kuna wale wa 5 times. Kuna wale wa 5 times na kuna wale wa mara moja. Kuna wale wanaomba mara moja. So class, naona kuna class itaanza in the next 5 minutes. So we are done with that. Now, these guys, how now they do their things, they use or they raise capital using several aspects. And the first aspect, what I want you to go and look at, is equity-based financing. They raise per capital using this model, equity-based financing. And the next one is asset-based financing. Kindly go and look at the mode of how now do they get their finances. How do they do their businesses? They use the two models. So once you're through with those two, have some few notes, tangible notes, which are simple for you to understand. We also have some terms there like mudaraba. Those kindly get to understand the meaning. Mudaraba, like mudaraba, hiyo ni kama partnership, right? We have musharaka, that's a joint venture. No. Then wakara, a form of agency. Hiyo ni kama agency, a principal agent relationship. Wakara. Sakuk, those are bonds, the Islamic bonds. Ijara, leasing. Ijara ni leasing. Hizo ziko under equity based. Then we have murabaha, cost plus financing, whereby how watu, they're very genuine. If I buy a cow at 20,000 and I want to go and auction that cow, I want to sell that cow, I'll go to the auction. I tell the person who want to buy, I bought this cow 20,000, but I want to sell to you 25,000. You do tunaita nini? Murabaha. And they are very frank. So the person who is going to buy at a price they agree. They both agree. So a pre-agreed price. Then we have Islamic microfinance. Kindly go and look at this. Some of those terms are tested, and then you look at some of the terms under asset-based financing. Asset-based financing. So class, are we together? And that will be marking the end of our syllabus, giving us room for what? For revision. Giving us room for revision. I hope you are together. I hope we are together at that point. So I think when we meet on Friday, we shall look at those terms together as we start our revision. Is that okay? 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 Good. So I'd like you to go and look at these two past paper, December 2023 and April 2023. So create some 6 hours. You finish up those two papers. Just test yourself, and remember, every question we say that you should not stay more than 36, not hours, but minutes. Every question, 36 minutes in every question. Once you are through, kindly you can scan your work and share. Otherwise, class, allow us to end our class at that point. Let's meet when we must. Let's continue revising until we do our exam. Otherwise, asanteni sana. May you all have a blessed day. Goodbye.